Good morning, Paul. It's Tuesday, the 8th of November. Here's the heads up brief for today.
Thanks. Uday, go ahead.
So, Paul, in Thailand, there's an apparent rift brewing between Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and Deputy Prime Minister Prawit Wongsuwon. This is after Prime Minister Prayut and other lawmakers indicated that they could join other parties other than the Palang Pracharat Party, which is controlled by Prawit Wongsuwon. And he has also said something along those lines. There's also rumors of a potential Palang Pracharat coalition with the Thaksin Shinawatra aligned party.
Well, that's a dangerous move if it does go down that path. And in fact, if there's a rift brewing between Prayut and Prawit, we can expect a lot of instability medium term arising. But let's just see if it is indeed rumours or fact, okay?
Yeah, definitely, Paul. Also in Thailand, Paul, the government is looking to roll back on its plan to allow high-income foreigners from owning land as part of a new scheme. This is due to widespread public opposition to allowing foreigners to buy land.
Yeah, and look, like Indonesia and Thailand, they all have these wonderful schemes to get money. But when it comes to actually getting them through Parliament and thinking them through adequately, it goes from whim based on PR and instant results and the silver bullet that's going to solve their economic woes. And then reality's hit home. Bali's and their scheme in Indonesia's done impressively worse, but it's interesting to see Thailand balking at something like this. I thought theirs would have gone through, but not to be. That said, Thailand has a lot of very good schemes already that allow foreigners to live here and to acquire land in both under lease holdings or under the name of companies, as long as it's not getting extravagant. So I think it's something that was probably ill considered to start with, given the number of schemes they already had.
All right, noted, Paul. Well, speaking of Indonesia, controversy continues in Indonesia over the police's connections to illegal businesses. Now, the head of the Criminal Investigation Unit of the National Police has been accused of receiving bribes from the illegal mining businesses, and the Corruption Eradication Commission also said that it would look into suspected graft in the mining sector in Indonesia.
Unfortunately, the constabulary of Indonesia is one of the largest organised crime networks on earth. Not ideal for a police force for a G20 nation.
Yeah, definitely, Paul. Moving over to South Asia, Paul, there's an anti-government protest in Colombo, Sri Lanka tomorrow. It's more of the same. In Pakistan, Imran Khan's march to Islamabad will resume on the 10th of November.
All right, that's interesting. Go ahead.
And lastly, for South Asia, Paul, in Bangladesh, political clashes took place in Sylhet and Kishoreganj yesterday. Over 30 people were injured. And this will increase over the next few months as elections are slated for next year.
So that's all ramping up, just political wrangling between the various parties. Is it all election related?
Mostly election related, Paul.
Okay.
Paul, lastly, for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions, the Wall Street Journal claimed that the U.S. and Russia were involved in back-channel talks to de-escalate the Russo-Ukrainian conflict.
Well, it's interesting given the US's involvement in starting it and prolonging it, hoodwinking the world to think Russia's the only evil tower in the party. One other thing I want you to keep an eye on, in Papua New Guinea there last weekend, there were some fairly large ethnic clashes in the Gordon Market area in Moresby. We're 2 or 3 days in. If you could just check that out for the rest of the week, see if there's any payback killings that are occurring or any escalation there, okay?
Sure, Paul, will do.
All right. Thanks a lot, Uday. Appreciate it. Cheers.